All right. Yes, this is a Lord of the Rings sword on my wall. And yes, I am a nerd. And no, that sword is not why I've been single for 8 years. I've had some people in the comments be like, oh, yeah, he's got a sword on the wall. He got a Lord of the Rings sword. That says it all. All right, bro. Look, if you're single right now, in your 30s, it's not a big deal, all right? But there's definitely some things that you need to know, okay? And you might be shooting yourself in the foot right now. You know, at the end of the day, it's easy to blame dating apps. It's easy to blame the flaky women out here. I know they're playing games. It's easy to just say you've had bad luck. But what if the real problem isn't out there entirely? What if the issue is staring you back in the mirror? Now, you might be single by choice right now. That's cool. That's been me for the last several years. Actually, I haven't been in a committed relationship in a long time. But there definitely have been some major struggles that you might be dealing with. And it's super common, bro. I remember hitting 30 years old. Actually, it was really depressing because I was working 2 jobs. I was trying to finish my degree. I was living in a shitty apartment. It was tough, man. I literally hit 30 and it was the most depressing day because I didn't have a girlfriend and I didn't feel like I was where I wanted to be financially. And I was struggling, man. I actually had plans on my birthday, on my 30th birthday, to meet up with some of my best friends. One of my best friend's girlfriend actually made me a cake. And the night before I went out, I went to a club. I got intoxicated and I got really drunk. And then I drove to this girl's place, back to her place. And I didn't end up hooking up with her. She said I could sleep on the couch. And I was so mad when I left her apartment. I wrecked my car. And then I literally spent my birthday at AAA getting my bumper replaced. I completely fucked up my car. I was self-destructive because I wasn't where I wanted to be in my life. And I felt like I should be further ahead. And I was so frustrated, man. Frustrated as hell about my dating life, about everything. But I blamed everything except myself. I was blaming the apps, social media, women today in general. But the truth was harder to accept. I wasn't the kind of guy who attracted the high quality women I wanted. And it was so tough, man. I was so frustrated. I spent nights scrolling social media. I was hooked on porn. And I was convincing myself that relationships weren't worth the trouble. But when I faced reality and took some accountability, everything changed. So if this is you right now, I want you to know that this is completely normal. Maybe you're around the age of 33 like me, and maybe you're 35, maybe you're 30, maybe you're 38. But in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why you're still single in your 30s, okay? I'm going to help you try to understand what's holding you back. And I want to give you some practical, tactical action steps and ways to fix it. So let's dive in. My first point is you're addicted to comfort and avoiding real growth. The issue is you say dating sucks or it's pointless. But deep down, you're avoiding the hard work. You're avoiding the hard work it takes to become the man women genuinely desire. And this happens because comfort is seductive, right? Scrolling social media, binge watching Netflix, video game addiction. I used to be addicted to Call of Duty. or, just using porn as a quick dopamine fix, or your vape. But it's easy. And what happens is we're using these things, any of these vices, and it numbs the pain of reality. So the solution is to become a man in motion. Women are naturally drawn to men with purpose and drive. Okay, now I'm talking about a woman who is in her feminine energy, a healthy woman, okay? That's who we're talking about here. So you need to get in the best physical shape of your life. Your body is your business card. Your body speaks volume about your discipline to men, to women, to your employer, to friends, to people, to everyone that sees you and meets you, okay? It's the only house that you get to live in. So if you are skinny right now and you're not very strong and don't have a very masculine frame, you don't have to look like a fitness model, but you need to start working out, man, 4 to 5 times a week. Okay. If you're not really working out at all, start with 3 times a week for 30 minutes. It's better than nothing. And then as you're consistent every month, you can add another day. All right. Next thing is you got to develop a clear mission. What do I mean by mission? I was in the Marine Corps. I was infantry. I was deployed to Afghanistan at the age of 20. We had missions. We had objectives. And if you don't have a clear mission outlined, you're just going to be going aimlessly through life and drifting. So you need to develop a clear mission or passion that wakes you up energized every day. Well, Brian, I don't know what my passion is. I've tried journaling. I don't know. Okay. Number 1, it's okay. Take some time. You need to just expose yourself to new things, new ideas, start reading. YouTube, podcasts, just start learning like crazy, man. The Way of the Superior Man is an incredible book. Also, I think The School of Greatness is the name of the book. Well, Lewis Howes' podcast, The School of Greatness. Amazing podcast. Shout out to Lewis. I think he has a book called The School of Greatness. But also, there's a book by Simon Sinek called Find Your Why. Another book by Lewis Howes, The Mass of Masculinity and the Greatness Mindset. Pause the video, rewind it, take notes on this stuff, man. I want to help you. But you also have to eliminate distractions in your life. Eliminate them ruthlessly. Delete apps that you don't need. Install blockers, VPN blockers to block things like pornography, okay? And create a new identity that's built on purpose. So the Ascended Man is what I created because I'm tired of hearing about the high value man. Because I think high value man has got a bad rap now, and it's just all about money, cars, watches, designer brands, women, notch count, your status, Instagram followers. Like, fuck all that shit, dude. That's not what it's about. The Ascended Man is the man who is balanced with the healthy masculine, feminine energy, the yin and the yang. The feminine yin, the yin is that being in touch with your emotions, but not being overly emotional. But the yang is purpose, drive, passion, execution, pushing through and breaking through barriers. That is the yang energy, right? That fire energy. But it's also grounded. So if you're struggling with porn right now, there's 3 ways that you can quit. Number 1, God. Pray to God. That's going to be the biggest thing. Number 2, get a VPN blocker. It's companies like Blocker X, Covenant Eyes. I've had a subscription with Covenant Eyes for, 4 years now. And I tried quitting many times because the VPN blocker is not enough. I literally I had actually a spare laptop, and I would literally wipe the computer and then get back on and reinstall it. And I did this many times. So God is the answer. Pray, ask God to strip this away from you. And then the third thing is you have to create a new identity. What do I mean by that? I mean, the Ascended Man is not a guy who watches porn. He's healthy, he's active, he's fit, he has amazing, authentic connections with women. He's a man of purpose. He's not a prisoner to his vices. And that's it. And I realized my ideal version of myself no longer vapes. He no longer watches porn because it's low vibrational energy, man. And you also take on that energy. That's why you feel so guilty every time you watch it. And then VPN blockers will block it. But God, VPN blocker. And then you have to just create a new identity and realize the ascended man, this new identity, does not engage in things like that. Okay? Now, I can honestly tell you, I vividly recall the shift when I traded the, late night doom scrolling, Netflix binging for intense workouts, reading books on masculinity, relationships, personal growth, all that stuff. And I suddenly stopped chasing women. I had other things going on, more better things going on in my life. And women started to gravitate towards me more. You see how that is? You never want to put these women on a pedestal. You should have many options. You should have an abundance mindset. An abundance mindset comes from realizing I am the prize and I have good friends. I have a job. I'm working out. I have a side project I'm working on. I'm on my personal growth. You have a life, bro. Your schedule is filled up. That's an abundance mindset, knowing if this girl doesn't work out, that's fine. No worries. There's a million women out here, all right? Second point is your negative mindset about dating. All right, I am really going to drill into this because this is super important. There is a really common thing, and if you read some of the comments on my channel, you'll see this, but the problem is there's so many guys right now that have convinced themselves that all women are the same. Yeah, the black pill community, men go their own way, red pill community, right? They're all flaky. They all cheat. They can't be trusted. They don't give a shit about you. All they care about is materialistic stuff. They're all manipulative. No. It's not true. It's all a bunch of fucking lies. All right? But this happens because of what's going out there in social media, what you're consuming. I mean, also your life experiences. You probably got burned before, or you've consumed too much of this black pill doomer content, or you've fallen into this cycle of being red pilled. You can't have a doomer mindset, bro. Not all women are bad, okay? And you don't have to be so cynical. And I'll be honest with you, so I've been single for 8.5 years, and for at least 3 years, I was hardcore in my red pill phase. All I was watching was red pill content, and it gave me this negative perception of women, and it made me realize that this stuff is toxic, bro. It's really toxic, because red pill basically just preaches get money, get girls, chase success, status. The more money, the more resources, the body, get a shredded physique. None of that stuff really matters. I mean, you should always be upgrading and leveling up and ascending in life, but it's not about that stuff, man. And there is hope, okay? So stop being so cynical. Get out of this freaking trap, bro. So many guys fall into the trap of the red pill or black pill communities because these ideas validate their frustrations without pushing them to improve. They validate you. That's why. It validates what you're feeling. And they tell you that you're powerless and everything is hopeless. And this is so bad, bro. It's so toxic. Now, I will say that at least 70% of modern women out here, at least in the US, and I've got some buddies in Canada as well, it's the same shit. At least 70% of these women are toxic. They're damaged. They're playing games, and they don't even know how to act around a real man. Most of them, okay? They're not in their feminine energy, okay? A lot of these women out here have got masculine energy. There's a lot of reasons why, but I'm not going to dive into that here. But I get it, dude. 70% of them, all right? Now, I want you to comment down below right now if you have felt this. Like, if you felt, women playing games, tell me about a story. The comments are popping. I reply and read every single one because I fucking care about you guys and I want to help as much as possible. So give me some insight and let me know what resonates. All right, but I get it, man. It's tough, okay? It is what it is, right? I didn't make up the rules. But there are great women out here. You're just blind to them because your mindset filters them out. So here's a solution. You need to start treating dating like any skill that requires improvement. So, number one, stop consuming toxic content that fuels bitterness. Okay? Place yourself in environments where genuinely great women could be, right? Where do they hang out? You know, maybe the gyms, it's hit or miss. Yoga's a great place because it's very feminine energy. Personal growth events, seminars, local meetups, any kind of social activities, meeting women through mutual friends. Dating apps are okay. Bumble and Hinge are the only two that I even think are somewhat worth it. But even then, bro, it's still a hit or miss. And if a girl is posting her IG handle on Hinge or Bumble, dude, all she's looking for is validation. You don't want to date an influencer. I've been with influencers before. Run the opposite direction as fast as you can, all right? But start doing social activities and putting yourself out there more that align with your interests, right? And you got to embrace rejection. It's just a numbers game, dude. Part of the game, dude. Embrace rejection as valuable feedback, okay? It's not personal failure. Not every woman is, you're not going to be every woman's cup of tea, all right? I don't think I'm the worst looking guy in the world. I mean, not bad looking, but I'm only about 5'9", about 170 pounds on a good day. You know, have a decent physique that I've worked pretty hard for. I don't work out as hard as I used to, but I'm like a decent catch, I guess. But dude, there's been times in the past where I've been rejected, dude. It happens a lot, actually. It doesn't happen as much, but it still happens often. Okay? But I've been with a lot of women, and that's just how it is, man. I've also been in sales for almost 4 years now. And I've been cold calling for like 3 years. And this sales job I have, cold calling, dude. I eat shit every single day, okay? So it's really giving me thick skin. Also, having been in the Marine Corps Infantry for 4 years, that helped me get thick skin. I used to get made fun of, get picked on for being gullible, for being naive, for being the nice guy, for being, just a pussy, honestly. So all this has really helped forge me into who I am today. And I'll tell you what, man, for years I thought dating was completely hopeless. I really did. Until I deliberately changed my environment and I started opening myself up more. So being a little bit more open, not so closed-minded, be open to receiving love, being open to receiving from the right woman, right? And being able to give. Now, I'm not saying you have to lay your heart out there, and I'm not saying you have to completely unload your life story, but it's okay to be a little vulnerable. All right. Really feel like I was in this James Bond mode for a long time and completely stoic. And it actually pains me to think about. There's one girl in particular who I really had such a strong connection with always. And we only had hooked up one time. And we were both drunk, and this was like 5 years ago. But it just didn't work out, and, it is what it is. But when she was really opening herself up to me, I was hardcore in a red pill phase, man. And I missed a potential opportunity there. But, that's life, right? I think there's no bad experiences in life. It's just all about your perspective and the lens in which you view it, right? But I also stopped trying to meet women, at the club scene, because raves and clubs and the bars and stuff like that, people are intoxicated. I mean, it's really not the place you want to meet a high quality woman. Okay. So start joining groups that are more focused on self-improvement, fitness, entrepreneurship, things like that, whatever it is that you're into, man. And when I started to do these types of things, meeting women at yoga, boot camp, talking to women at the gym, the grocery store, and actually knowing what to look for in a woman on a dating app and going after the right ones. I'm not saying chase, initially pursue. But when I started putting myself in the right environment and, obviously the right energy and mindset, everything changed, bro. Okay. And the same thing will happen for you. I've definitely met some nice ladies. I've definitely met some incredible women before, genuine women who shared my values. And I just came out of the red pill phase about a year and a half ago. And I feel like now I'm finally ready to bring someone into my life because I'm in a better place. All right. A little bit long-winded, but stay with me. Third point is you're not assertive or proactive enough with anything in your life, okay? The issue is you're passively waiting for dating to just happen. Now, coming from someone who has not had a girlfriend for 8 years, of course, by choice, a lot of this I did to myself, and it's not been a bad thing because I feel like a lot of guys go into relationships and expect someone to fix them. And sometimes it works for the better. Like I was talking to one of my buddies who I've known since high school, really awesome guy. And he got married a couple years ago and was telling me how his wife is absolutely incredible. She's not from the US, so she's an immigrant. And how she's really, I mean, this guy he's an A player. He's a go-getter. He gets after it. He's not an average dude at all. Like he's crushing it with his work and his career and whatnot. And he's just an incredible guy across the board. But he had told me that he was lacking with some discipline sometimes, just like, maybe with the nutrition a little bit, maybe with working out. But his wife is, she's structured and she helps hold him accountable. And so that really helped him. It really helped him a lot. And having an amazing woman in your life as a partner, as a girlfriend, as a wife, whatever, can really add so much value to your life, bro. Like times a million. And having the wrong woman in your life can completely destroy your life and ruin your life. So make sure you're around the right women, okay? Now, there's also this issue with society and, movies. They've all lied to you. Now, you believe if a woman is interested, she'll do all the work, okay? But reality check. High quality women expect men to lead. Now, I'm talking about that 30% of the actual healthy feminine women out here. Because like I said, 70% of these women are not healthy, bro. But a healthy woman can appreciate a man and his masculine energy, and she will expect you to lead, especially if she had a good father figure growing up, has been around strong masculine men in her life, okay? It's your job as the man to lead, to initiate, and pursue with confidence. Not chase. I didn't say chase. I said pursue. There's a difference. So the solution is you need to be more assertive. Be more assertive with everything in your life. Everyone. Okay? And you need to approach women in real life with simple, genuine interactions. Talk to every girl. Doesn't matter how attractive you think she is or not, because you're getting the reps in. Okay? And you develop this charisma over time through practice and exposure. So you're getting the reps in, but you got to stop fearing rejection, and you have to own your intentions openly and confidently with women. Okay. Now I know it's tricky. Women are complicated these days because 70% of them are toxic and unhealthy and don't even know how to act around a real man. I get it. Literally, I get it. Okay. But remember, you don't want to be with these women, bro. They got masculine energy. They're damaged. They're insecure. Okay. High value men, the ascended man, isn't afraid of clearly expressing his interest. I used to wait around thinking women would approach me when I got the perfect physique. And by the way, I did fitness modeling for like 4 or 5 years. I'm not as ripped as I've always been. I'm not even really that ripped right now. And I can tell you right now, even when I was the most shredded, the most jacked in my life, I actually did not get more attention from women. If anything, I got more attention from guys, okay? But I was just expecting them to come to me, bro. But that's not how a healthy feminine woman is. She is going to expect you to lead and initiate, okay? She will not come to you. The only women that do that are the more masculine women, and that's not the kind of woman you want to be with. Now, there are more assertive women, but dude, that's like a more dominant, masculine fucking woman, bro. You don't want to be around that, okay? You don't want that energy. It's going to be, maybe it's cool at first, but you know what that means? She's more likely to cheat. She's, more likely to be unfaithful, and you're just going to have issues, man. It's going to be too much friction. You're going to get tired of it, okay? But you got to approach her. Say something. Be okay with getting rejected. It's fine. It's going to happen. It's a part of life. If you can't face rejection, you're not going to do shit in your life. I'll just be honest. And the minute that I really began making the first move in general with women, being clear about my interest, everything flipped. Confidence became second nature, and women responded positively. The healthy ones, that is. Okay, so let's quickly recap and wrap this up. You're choosing comfort over growth right now. So you've got to start prioritizing discipline and purpose. Motivation's bullshit. You cannot rely just on motivation to get things done. Okay? You have a negative mindset about women. Let's let this go. Scrap the red pill, black pill content. Okay? Stop watching Fresh and Fit. All right? Shift your mindset and your environments. Okay? You're not taking initiative. I need you to be more assertive, more confident, and proactive, all right? Where does confidence come from? It comes from doing the hard things, right? Facing rejection, setting goals, and crushing those goals. That's how you build unshakable confidence. It's not about the watches, the cars, the Instagram followers, how much money you make, the status, the designer brands. It's not about any of that stuff, bro. It does not make you confident. Actually, people that flex this stuff more just shows that they are needing so much external validation because they don't have it internally. Okay? So I want you to imagine this. You're waking up every single day. You're feeling energized. You're driven by a powerful mission. You're confident, you're charismatic, and you're authentic. Women are naturally drawn to you. Not because you're chasing, but because you've become genuinely attractive through self-improvement, all right? Prioritize self-development. Life is going to feel more vibrant. You're going to feel more purposeful and deeply fulfilling. And that is what happiness is defined as for a man. That's what happiness is having fulfillment and purpose. Okay? And that's the power of becoming the ascended man. And the ascended man is the man you're meant to be. A man is not behind in life because he's single. Okay? He's behind if he's not building himself into the man that he's destined to be. You're not late. You're not less. Okay? You are just sharpening your sword and forging armor for life while others are dulling their swords in the wrong battles. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. If this resonated deeply, I want you to smash that like button, drop a comment below about your biggest struggle right now, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, let's keep leveling up. Let's keep ascending together. This is the Ascended Man. Stay strong, stay focused, stay resilient. Peace.